Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
How are you, baby?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there. We got this is Straight Talk with your man Definite. We got a new talker today. I'm gonna call her Extra P because her shit is real extra and is real interesting, man. I think y'all gonna feel her. I honestly do. But welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
No doubt. So we were talking earlier about what we might want to do this podcast on, and you had brought up some good concerns and suggestions on returning life. What's going to happen after this quarantine is lifted, and we trying to go back to the way life was before all this shit happened. And you had brought up some really interesting things, man, that I didn't really think about. So I want you to dive into that a little bit.
Okay. So I guess, for most of us, I know for myself, we don't like the situation, but a lot of us have gotten used to being home. We've been doing this, over a month now? So, yeah. It's been a while. So my thoughts were, what's going to happen when we do return? And some of the anxiety I have over it is are people well? Are we safe? Are the kids safe?
Right.
And, we don't know much I feel like we just don't know much about the virus still. I mean, they're learning things, but the reality is that we're learning new things every day. So who's going to get sick? Well, people that seem healthy with no issues, they got sick too. So are we safe when we go back, really, is my fear.
I mean, like I said, when you was talking to me about it, I'd never thought about it. I never really thought about it. But I mean, that's very interesting and very important. Like, how are they going to do it? Like, how are they going to make sure that it's time for all of us to, start going back? There's saying that May 15th might be the deadline. I don't know for where you. Well, yeah, you're in Jersey. You're down South Jersey, right?
Yeah, I'm in Ocean County.
Yeah. So, I heard Murphy and Cuomo saying they're trying to, hopefully, if everything, keep going, there hasn't been any new cases yet reported lately. So it means that, we are coming, hopefully, to the peak of this pandemic. So they're talking about opening back, May 15th or something?
Well, I know from the school, I got a message, and this is Ocean County, but I got an email that said, we are definitely closed until May 15th, but it didn't give a reopen date. So I'm feeling like they want to reevaluate it at that time, or maybe it just will reopen May 15th, but we don't have a definitive date.
Yeah. And I think it's just a stall tactic, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because they don't know what's gonna happen. I think that's the fear of the unknown is really what's going on. We don't really know how this is gonna play out. And like you said, hopefully it is getting better, but are all the cases actually reported? That's another thing. Yeah. So is our data correct? And some people were dying at home. I know there was actually something I read that was interesting that said some of the deaths weren't reported because these people were dying at home. So we don't have all the statistics, I feel. And we don't have all the positive cases because how many people are, they're scared. Oh, I just have a cold, I'm good. And they don't get as sick. So they're not going to get tested. So I feel like there is a lot of unknown. I did also read, though, that they are going to be opening us up in phases, certain things are going to be open, whereas other bars were supposed to be the last thing to be open, which I guess makes sense. But I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, darn it, but Anyway, I mean, I guess like my thing is I don't know if I want to go out when that like people are saying on Facebook and stuff, and you read posts, oh, what are you going to do when the quarantine's over? I'm not rushing anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm going to be cautious on this one.
So how long do you think you will wait?
I mean, that's a good question. I think I want to feel it out. I'm not saying I mean, right now I'm doing everything that I have to do. I'm going to the store. I don't like being there. It's weird, in our lifetime, did we ever go anywhere where everyone has a mask on? It's just when I go to the store and I'm looking at all the people and there's stickers on the floor, stay here, don't move from this spot, this is your distance. It's just unsettling. So like for me, I go to the store, it's quick. I usually forget everything that I went there for and I'm out of there.
Trying to get the fuck up out of there.
Exactly. Boy. I'm just trying to get out of there. So I don't know. I feel like I want to play it out. I want to feel it out, see what is going to happen at least a week or two, just to see, how it's going to play out. I'm not rushing anywhere. I know that.
That's smart, actually. I mean, well, a lot of people have that same intelligence or patience to wait after the quarantine is lifted. I don't know.
I don't think so, because we also have all those people out there that, feel like, well, I'm not going to get sick. And that's great. Hopefully you don't. But unfortunately, I don't think this virus is discriminating against one to the other, because we've already heard stories of people that are athletes that are on ventilators. So I don't think we can be so confident to say, well, I won't get it. But another interesting thing is the people that feel they already had it. I don't know if you've talked to people, but I have, that said, hey, what's weird is back in December, early January, I was really, really sick. The doctors couldn't tell me what I had. I couldn't breathe. I was sick for like a month. So there's so many people out there that feel they already had this. And I thought that was interesting too.
I'm one of them. I believe I had it.
Really?
Yeah. And it was maybe around that time. Yeah, December, October, November. It was definitely the holiday season.
Wow.
I felt like I couldn't. I was having, my chest was tight. I had a lot of congestion in my chest, and I found it hard breathing a little bit. But I just shrugged it off, and I didn't think nothing of it, and it went away. But now, after all this, I'm thinking I might have had it too.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people say that.
Yeah. But, the coronavirus, as they said, has been around for a long time. It's nothing new. It's just somehow, some way, it just got stronger and just took over the world.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear some of the conspiracy theories. I don't fall into a lot of them, but there's a lot of interesting ones out there and what really happened. But the bottom line is that we don't know a lot about it, whether or not it's been here or it hasn't, which you said it has, and I've heard the same thing. We just don't know a lot about it, even the treatment methods of how we're treating this. They're learning as they go. So, it's like returning back to normal. I'm just, I'm praying and hoping that this is going to just die down, as this was what the goal was, right? All of this quarantine, everything we're doing right now is to prevent that. So if, we're hoping that this was all not for nothing, because we have our economy crashing, we have people out of work, we have, businesses that are hurting. So I'm hoping that all of this pays off and we can return, and just live our lives again, because God knows I want to do things.
Yeah. And that takes me to the next aspect of this situation, and that's like, your social life.
Oh, forget it. It's over. I mean, it's funny because in the beginning, probably the first couple weeks, I have a friend with like a fire pit, and it was like we had some nice days, like I guess a few weeks ago. So we went over, there was only 4 or 5 people, had like a fire pit thing. We grilled up some food, and that was my last social outing. That was like 3 weeks ago. But
Did y'all,
you know, it was
did y'all all have masks on?
what?
Did y'all all have your mask on?
No,